Sir, I am the headmaster of that school.
Master of the school.
Yes,
This
please,
is the
please,
matter,
please.
my lord. The petitioner is medically ill, my lord. He sought the transfer through medical reason, my lord. That is,
Where is your application?
yes, my lord. That is at page 51. Your lord.
51.
Yes, your lord. 51. That is the status.
When you have applied?
My lord, firstly, I applied on 6th August 2022. Then, as per my request, that was returned. Subsequently, I applied again, but that has not been forwarded by the head of the institution.
This is on what ground? Medical ground?
Yes.
Self-medical ground?
Yes, ma'am. Self-medical ground, my lord. Physical, my lord, petition is also physically handicapped 40%, my lord. That the certificate which
And
I have
you are
also
physically handicapped?
40%
Yes.
handicapped.
Where is the hand certificate?
Placing your lordship at page 26, your lordship. 96.
Page 26.
Yes, yes.
So it is a transfer. You are paying transfer on special ground.
Medical ground.
Under 4A, B or C.
For
Of
A, I
21st
have,
September 20.
yes, madam.
Yes. Why you have not forwarded?
Sir, this particular ma'am, Mrs. Shobita Patuli, she came to our school.
Not
in-
ma'am, madam. Before
Madam.
the course,
Yes,
don't
yes.
say ma'am. Yes.
Madam, she joined our school on 25 January 2021. She was completely fit then. Within 1 year, she applied for medical ground, and at that time, I forwarded the application.
Yes.
I don't know how, but within some days, she just withdrew the application. And
She requested to return the application.
yes,
Yes.
and I did that. And after 2021, still today, 7 teachers have been transferred from my school. We have 27 sanction posts and 13 teachers. It is a remote school within
What is the 27 sanction posts?
and
How
only
many
13.
teachers are working?
13, only 13. And 4 guest teachers, they are being salaried from the school own fund. She is the only Bengali teacher for HS section. And there are almost 1,000 students. Second time when she applied, we, the SMC, we sat together and we decided to request her, Madam, please withdraw this. Otherwise, the students will be very much suffered. And the commission is not sending any teacher. Even, sir, I have to mention that during the last appointment, almost all the schools got teachers. But being a remote school, our school got no teacher, although we have sufficient posts. And, sir, if you don't mind, I can say she is completely fit. She was not physically handicapped when she joined her school. She worked in Birbhum and she got special transfer and came to our school in 2021. Though it is against the law, within taking special consideration within 5 years of transfer, she is doing that. Just to save my school and just to protect the right of the children of my school, I protested this time. And
So then on the first occasion, why you forwarded the transfer?
because there was sufficient teacher at the time. Recently, there are only 13 teachers and she only takes the class of HS section. There are more than 220
Now the
students.
problem is this, since the application has been made
Yes,
on special ground in terms of the amended rules, therefore the requirement of law is this, that it has to be forwarded by the school authority to DI. Suppose a teacher is suffering from ailment, or any member of his family, like
yes,
wife, spouse, or son or daughter is suffering from any disease specified in the rules.
Yeah.
In that event, school has no other option but to forward it to the DI for verification. And there is a mechanism by which there is the tutor medical verification has been provided in the transfer rules. First, it has to be obtained by the headmaster of the school from the block medical officer of health, whether the transfer application is required to be considered or not on medical ground or not. If block medical officer um, submits reports which justifies petitioner's transfer, then it has to be forwarded to the DI. Then DI will obtain a report from the chief medical officer of health. Now, if chief medical officer health report is against the transfer, then transfer application will not be considered. But if chief medical officer of health submits a report which justifies transfer of the petitioner, in that event, shortage or paucity of staff strength or teaching strength in the school cannot be a ground to thwart the transfer application of the petitioner. That is the law. So here, since the application has been made on medical ground, and you have not asked for any report from BMOH, so therefore you forward it to the DI. I will direct the DI to obtain report from the block medical officer of health. And if that report justifies petitioner's transfer on medical ground or on the ground of physical disability, since it has been certified by the concerned hospital that petitioner was found to be orthopedically disabled. So if that is corroborated by the report of the CMOH, then only petitioner's application will be forwarded, otherwise not. So don't withhold that application. Had it been a case that the petitioner applied or any teacher applied for transfer on the ground of distance, on general ground, then it is within the domain of the head of the institution to find out whether the staff strength permits transfer of the petitioner or not. But when an application is made on medical ground, then school has no discretion. The school cannot exercise discretionary power. School has no other option but to forward it to the DI for medical verification based on the transfer application made by the applicant. So this is the position of law. So therefore, do not withhold the petitioner's transfer application, forward it to the DI, and DI will take steps in accordance with law in terms of the direction which is to be given by this court.
Sir, can I say one thing?
Yes.
She has previously also applied for distance reason, but that time it was sent back from the DI, and she has left no stone unturned to get her transfer from there. Somehow she will come from that school.
But that is not that is not fatal so far the present transfer application is concerned, which has been made on medical ground.
Sir, we are not inhuman enough that we will keep her there.
So therefore, yes, the previous application was on the
And
ground
she has
of
not gone to BMOH, sir.
this was not considered. So therefore, the subsequent transfer application on medical ground cannot be frustrated.
Okay, sir. And she has not applied to the BMOH local.
It is not required. You could have done this, but since you have not done this, further verification through BMOH is not required when court will direct the DI to obtain report from CMOH.
I have sent an application to the BMOH to look into the matter.
Forward it to the DI, and DI will take steps in accordance with the direction which is to be given by this.
Okay.
Issue.
Already we have made a representation before the Commissioner of School Education as well as the
DI already her pair was forwarded to the president and chairman.
नाम और डेजिग्नेशन
Card number.
Page. Paragraph 6.
Why school has not forwarded? How you can forward it?
Yes, made a pair.
The portal is stopped now.
How you can do this? When the school has not forwarded the transfer application?
He has made before the pair, before the DI.
Page 54.
Page 50.
You take first steps, obtain report from the CMOH and find out whether the CMOH report comes in favor of the petitioner or not. Issue.
My lord, I am a patient of
Stands disposed of. Forward it by 7 days.
So then I have nothing to do. This because of the certificate.
Yes.
Because of this 40% disability certificate. This has been made only in 1 year. When she has
You
understood.
will forward it to the DI
Yes, sir. I
by
will
7
forward.
days.
I will do, sir.
By 7 days, you will do it.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Next.